Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I am the Mad Bomber, although now I'm going to be the 4 yards and a cloud of dust guy, right?
Yeah, Sandman99, wow.
That being said, I can still throw the bomb, though. Anyway, we're going into Season 4 of the Lifers, and this will be the final preseason game.
Indeed.
But before we do, thought maybe we would discuss a little bit about the run game here.
All right.
And I can't take credit for inventing this play, actually, but it is turning into one of my favorite run plays, and I use it as an audible.
Okay.
Because if I see here, like we're playing in the practice league, or at least I am.
Yep.
I'm playing in the practice league, and I was in the wishbone, obviously, because number 83 here in the practice league is actually my fullback 2. Okay?
Right.
So what had happened is I came out, and the goblins here lined up. I believe that's the goblins. Yeah. They lined up with a very wide spread line, and they're in the nickel, so their linebackers are also spread wide and sitting in those nasty gaps, right?
Yep.
So in response, I audibled to this run play, and because Gaines was sitting on the outside here as the halfback in the formation, and you can see Mo Rose over here was the split wide receiver, right? Before I audibled. And he's moved in to just play the tight end position here, but watch this. So I turn around, and Gaines takes that nice little shuffle step into the middle and then runs through that gaping hole.
Yep.
Following the center. And look at number 32, the fullback there. Well, he flattens the nickel guy, right?
Yep.
And then look at the number 70, the center, doesn't actually have anybody to block, right?
So it's perfectly fine for him to run downfield.
Because you can see that everyone else is locked up in a block here at the line of scrimmage. Right?
Yep.
So it's perfectly fine for him to go and look for work. That's the new buzz phrase in Madden 27, right?
Looking for work.
Looking
right.
for work. So he goes looking for work. We'll say that.
Well, that's because after the latest Madden, a lot of those developers are going to be looking for work.
I don't know. I don't think we could be so fortunate. But anyway, here we go. So number 70 flattens the strong safety. And you know what? If I had better running skills like you do, I might have been able to break this for a touchdown, because my first instinct was to run away from the free safety here.
Yeah.
And of course, then he just wraps me up, because Gaines, while he is a very shifty back, and he's also pretty strong. Like, look at the cut that he makes here, right?
Yep. He doesn't have the
he doesn't
speed.
have the speed to run away from this guy, right?
That's right.
But if I had used the ball cover button and steered into him, I might have been able to run this guy over.
You might have, yeah.
But I didn't try. Like I said, my first instinct was to try to run away from him, right?
Yep.
And so, of course, if I had managed to break that tackle, this is probably a touchdown, because the two nearest defenders to me, aside from the free safety, are lying on the ground, right?
Yep.
And the corners are way out wide, both of them. So even if they did manage to chase me down eventually, I mean, I would be able to ramble for probably another good 30 or 40 yards before one of them caught up to me, right? But anyway, this was a nice run up the middle. And it's out of this special handoff that you invented, because apparently you had a different look at this. Like, you used a slightly different formation, but basically got the same result. So what we're going to do, is we'll pause for a moment. We'll go to the chalkboard.
All right.
Okay.
We're back.
We're back. And so we're going to get RecV5X to kind of demonstrate how this play worked. You don't have to have the halfback up close, but...
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, we got pretty much the same formation now as you had in the replay.
Yeah. However, yours, you originally you had the tight end split one space away from the line, and the wide receiver on the other side space, because you prefer to have that spacing there for
running pass routes.
But
it doesn't really make a difference for this particular run play.
No.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start off. I guess we'll create a play. We'll fix our blocking routes in place, because we want to get that first. This guy's got to lead wide left so that he doesn't run into the quarterback. And then we're just going to take the halfback and run him somewhere wide. It doesn't matter which side, but we'll run him somewhere wide so he's just out of the play. Right?
Yep.
And then what we need to do is we need to do what we call a little bit of formation fuckery.
Yep.
So we want our fullback to be here in the formation, but we want him to have a specific angle of run assignment. And wherever you place your running back in the backfield here determines what the angle of the run assignment that you can assign to them is. So we want him to have a very shallow dive to the left type of assignment. So what we're actually going to do is move him back here, right? And then we'll just, continue. We'll go back to our play. We'll give him, say, I don't know, a shuffle step dive left. Right?
Yeah, which looks funny even from here, right?
That's right, because it would be like shuffling to the left from here and then going back into the right in order to try to get between the center and the guard, right?
Yep.
Or at least that would be the idea. Probably what he does is he bumps into the quarterback and then goes way off wide and follows the halfback, right? Because of the way that collision works.
Oh.
But we're not actually handing it to him there. We're handing it to him here. So we're going to go back into the play without changing any of the assignments. All the assignments in this play are finalized, right? And now we've got that funny looking thing, right? He's going to shuffle step to the left, but his dive assignment is like off tackle. That doesn't make any sense. Well, the game thinks so too, because what he's going to do is he's going to shuffle step and then run into the quarterback and then run straight forward, because the quarterback is going to stop his momentum. And he's going to run basically right up behind the center.
Yeah.
Right?
And, I mean, the result shown in the replay there was somewhat better than what you're usually going to get. What you're seeing here, actually, quite frequently, is what you're going to get when you run this play. You're going to get 3, 4, maybe 5 yards most of the time when you run this.
Assuming they give you the middle.
Yeah. The thing is that even on a relatively tight line alignment, like what they're showing here, okay, that guy, but you see how that guy burst across the line, but you still didn't lose any yards, right?
Yep. And that was a better one.
Yeah, and that's because this is a good, quick-hitting run that goes straight up the middle, and, it's a good way to deal with those overly aggressive defenses that want to run those wide blitz angles. And also, like those defenses where they want to pop a defender across the line real quick. Like even number 54 there on that play jumped across the line, but he still wasn't able to stop you from gaining 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, well, Johnson here is about 2 yards tall, right?
Well, like most football players, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then there's another variant of this too that I tend to do, because this is from a more specialized running formation, right?
Yeah.
When you move your fullbacks up like this, you're specializing in the run.
Yeah. That being said, though, you came along one day and saw me trying to work on my formation, my version of this formation like that.
That's right.
And you said, hey, you should try and do this.
Yeah, well, because...
And so I did that, and that's, very quickly become one of my favorite running plays, to the point where I use it as an audible.
Yeah, well, it's basically a freebie, right? Now, if you... I'll show one more here just because I can. But say you're in a more traditional formation, like say you've got this kind of thing, which is more closer to the variant of the formation that I run. You have to change your handoff up a little bit, because you wanted to try this handoff. You'll quickly notice that now he's going to cross over behind the quarterback.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess you might still be able to call that workable, because he still comes in at a somewhat sharp angle.
Well, you do run a play similar to that, actually.
I do.
On purpose.
Although it's wider.
It's basically an off-tackle run.
That's right.
Right? With 2 running backs leading.
But if you're looking for another dive play, here's something else that you can do. You move him back here so that he's behind the tackle and way out wide, and as far back as he can go. And then you edit this play, and then you give him a back step sprint right. And then you
put him back.
Put him back. And this is what formation fuckery is, folks. This is what we're referring to when we say formation fuckery.
Yeah, because you can actually influence the way that a player, and yeah, look at that. You hit that gap between the guard and the tackle, right?
Yep. Or even between the guard and the center.
Yeah.
Right, it's just another way to hit that gap, depending on what opens up.
Well, this one though, because
It's a little touch wider, but
well, the thing is though, you also start a little bit deeper in the backfield, so
I can change directions if I need to.
Yeah, exactly. If you see, for example, there's nothing right in the middle, but if you see a gap open up between the guard and the tackle, say, you do have enough time to be able to turn and run through that gap instead, right? Whereas the run that I use, you're basically completely committed to basically following right behind the center, right?
Yep. Oop, that guy ripped off and managed to get a tackle on me.
Yeah, but this is the run that you actually favor for your short yardage situations.
That's
too,
right. And again, like, you know, you get the thing, and basically, if I were to continue straight ahead here, I'll run right directly into the guard, but I can choose, depending on how the blocking sets up, to go left or right.
Yeah.
Right? And in this case, I go left because I see that lineman, or no, that's a fullback running forward. But I see him over there, and I'm just like, well, there's an extra guy over there, maybe I'll get a block or something. I don't think he actually does anything.
Number 57 here, I think, is your center, actually.
Yeah, number 57 is the center.
He's got an odd number, right?
Yeah, and so I'm just following behind him, so,
yeah.
You know. But yeah, number 89 there, I saw him running up the back, and I just was like, you know what, whatever. We'll kind of follow along behind him, right? Or when they shift their line over, then this turns into more of a run behind the guard kind of thing. But yeah, just two different ways of hitting the center of the line, because it's very difficult to draw plays that hit the center of the line. Like if I try to draw something here,
yeah, you can't.
You see how we can draw a
you can get
back
it so
step. We can't even draw a back step dive actually.
No, it won't allow you to. It won't let close.
Me. And if I try to draw a shuffle step dive right, well, how does that end up looking? Right, it looks kind of funny. It doesn't really do the proper thing, and it's way wider, right?
Yeah, and it's not that terribly effective either.
That's right. And I mean, you know, what are your other options? Obviously, you know, you could try a backstep sprint, but that's also going to be way wider. Like,
well,
look at
that's
how wide
what you
that
call
is.
more of a blast, right?
That's right.
You're aiming at the gap between the guard and the tackle rather than between the center and the guard, right?
That's right. And the thing is, though, too, is that like the game physically won't let you draw a dive play proper out of this formation unless you fuck around with the formation.
That's right.
And that's interesting, too, because they actually do have formations that look kind of like this in the vanilla playbooks, and they do have dive plays out of them, but you can't draw them unless you mess around with the formation.
I've seen games on TV where they have players in similar positions to this, where they dive up the middle.
That's right.
I go back to that college game that I may have mentioned once or twice before. I think it was like the Army team or something, right? And they came out running, and they basically were even more run-oriented than you.
Yeah.
I don't think on their opening drive, I don't think they threw a single pass, right? They ran the ball like 12 times or something like that. And they were lining up with three running backs in the backfield, up close to the line even, like there, right? And they were able to like hand the ball off really quick and dive real fast up the middle and stuff like that, right? Yeah, and stuff that looked very much like this. Yeah. However, I guess it's some of the shortcomings of the way that the game is designed.
Yeah, well, and I mean, part of the reason why they do that is because like they don't want you to create a play where players run into each other, and I'll kind of show off what that kind of looks like.
Yeah, that's why sometimes if you do manage to draw a handoff pattern, the handoff pattern will show up in yellow.
That's right.
Because then it's telling you that there's a good chance that play will probably fail.
Yeah,
right?
because what it's indicating to you is basically that the running back is going to run into the quarterback. Right, so if I find where I was messing around with this play, and we go from a standard depth and we go dive right, boom, look at that. Yeah. That's now yellow. It's a yellow arrow.
Yeah. It doesn't like that.
That's right.
Even though and basically if you run that in slow motion, you can see
he actually bumps into the quarterback.
He actually bumps into the quarterback as the ball is exchanged
and gets pushed out wide.
Yeah. So you're not actually from any kind of formation where the running back is lined up directly behind the quarterback, you can't actually draw a dive play that hits that gap between the center and the guard.
That's right. Although
it's physically impossible.
You can formation fuckery that too.
Well, the thing is, though, you would have to, without taking exceptional measures, right?
Yeah. Basically, any time you want to draw a proper dive play in this game, you have to formation fuckery it around and find the right angle. Oops, wrong play. And find the right angle, or it just won't let you hand the ball off that way.
Yeah.
Nope.
He lost the handle.
He lost it. But yeah, but if you mess around with the handoffs like long enough, you can eventually find something that works or that is close enough to working.
Oh, look at that. The fullback bumped into the quarterback.
Yeah,
there.
I might not have given them blocking assignments.
You didn't give them
play.
blocking assignments, and normally you have to give them at least block wide left, block wide right.
That's right. Lead wide left and lead wide right.
Just to get them past the quarterback safely so that, like they don't bump into the quarterback while he's trying to hand the ball off and break the handoff.
That's right.
Because in this game, players are not smart enough to avoid obvious collisions, right?
Yeah. In fact, I think if I go... Yeah, we'll do this one more time. Go that way. And we do... like that. And we go like this. We go back to that. Boom. There's your halfback dive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but you have to basically take some kind of a measure to get him to step around the quarterback, right?
That's right. And I mean, you might notice too, the quarterback's angle is a little different when he goes to hand off the ball now too, because he's still, as far as he's concerned, this player is still standing like elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
And so he's going to change his angle. In fact, the reason why he's going shallower in the middle of the field is because he thinks that this player is actually still this far back.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's where I put him initially in order to assign that.
Running toward the left.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to meet him going that way, and that's what creates this little handoff here, which is how you can run a dive play from behind the quarterback. So it's the same principle. Oh, that time somebody got through there, and I managed to break a tackle. But yeah, it's the same principle, but yeah, unfortunately, nothing you can do, even in standard formations. Even in standard formations, you just can't draw a dive play, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is why we pull the out-of-the-box dive play, because, and we use that if we use standard formations, because if you take a look at the way the handoff looks on this, it's completely different.
Yeah, the quarterback kind of steps to his left a little bit.
And runs straight back.
But he basically moves out of the way of the path that the halfback is going in.
That's right.
Rather than the other way around.
And that's a backstep handoff, so that should be a backstep dive. If I try to draw that and replicate that, I can't.
Yeah.
So
because basically what happens is that,
we're going to get a yellow arrow, and the quarterback is going to run into him, and he's going to go wide.
That's right, because the position of the quarterback, he's further to the right on the screen.
Yeah, well, he even runs to the right,
he even runs to the right a little bit, yeah.
And that's what causes that bump.
Yeah.
And I can try to force the issue and cut it back into the middle, but by that time, like, you're losing out on speed, you're losing out on acceleration, and you're introducing human error into the equation, right? Because you might not execute that maneuver perfectly every time, especially if you have a back with low agility, whereas something like this, right? It's completely natural to go that direction, even while getting hit.
Yeah, obviously the development tools they use to draw these plays that are in the vanilla playbooks are not the same as the play creation tool that is available to players.
That's right. That's right. So that's why you have to, mess around with the formation and do some formation fuckery, and then you can have a nice dive play like this.
Yeah, that one is, like I said, it's rapidly becoming one of my favorite plays.
And it feels just as silky smooth as the out-of-the-box one does.
And the thing is that you see how, if you showed that in slow motion again, back to the beginning, you'll see how the line is shifted.
Yep.
And the gap on the overshifted side of the line is actually larger, right?
Yep.
Like the gap in front of the right guard is actually larger than the gap in front of the left guard.
Yep.
So you want to run to the side that they shift the line to, actually.
Yeah, because at least for an inside run. For an outside run, I'd still
for
run
an
this way.
outside run, if you want to try and run around them, you want to run away from the side they've shifted the line to. But if you want to run up the middle, you want to try and hit that gap there because it's the largest gap on the line.
And you've also got guard on linebacker.
Yep.
And that's exactly what ends up happening.
Yep, exactly.
All right, and yeah, it's a bit skinny, but you can still do it.
Well, if you use the ball cover button to slow yourself down and...
Yeah, that's actually lots of room.
Yeah.
Right, and that's 5 yards, 6
well,
yards.
Look at that. You broke the first tackle and... Yeah. But anyway, what do you think? Have we beaten this to death now?
Yeah, we've been at this for like 20 minutes.
Okay, well, anyway, just thought maybe people might be interested to see how some of these plays have been designed.
Indeed.
So I guess we'll go and we'll play a game now, because that's kind of why we're here.
And we're back.
Yes, and so here we are in preseason week 4. And our last opponent is the Pigeons.
Yeah, and they're pretty tough.
Well,
they got a better than all Madden offense now.
They're 3-0. They've got a very strong offense. Their defense is almost as good as ours. But
in this league, they must have like the strongest fucking offense in the league.
Well, that's pretty strong. 95 rated overall. That's pretty strong.
You don't see ratings that high often, even on all Madden teams.
You will have a challenging game today, I think.
Probably.
Meanwhile, we got a whole bunch of teams signing free agents here. I wonder why they'd be signing a free agent punter.
Maybe their punter got injured.
Yeah, that never happens.
Can happen. They don't want to have a quarterback in that position or something.
Yeah, quarterback punting and a punter quarterbacking, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, if you had Amos Paris on your team, you might be better off with the punter throwing the ball.
Well, true.
I know you're not a big fan of that one. You like Amos Paris.
What can I say? I love the underdogs. Someday maybe I'll have to show a faux Lifers game with Amos Paris starting at quarterback, just to show that it can be done. Where are we here? We're at Rec V5X, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is going to be a probably challenging game for you. And unless they play... Wow, look at that. They're only allowing 11 points a game, too. That's pretty good. So maybe their defense is playing better than one would think, too. So far in the exhibition game, you're only allowing 3 points a game.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
I didn't realize it was like that. Now I feel like I got the pressure on.
Well, you know what? This will be a test for you, that's for sure. A test for the new system.
A great matchup of two teams, a great atmosphere. It's time for football.
And we're playing in the Dome here in Seattle, so...
Yeah, they're like, damn it, we got too much fucking rain out here. We need a dome.
Yeah, in real life, actually, I think they do play in a dome out in Seattle, too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I think it's called the King Dome, I think.
Ah.
All right. Well, that's enough of that.
Yeah, the only thing that would have been better is if we put a baseball diamond out in the dome.
Actually, you know what? A lot of fields that they play football in, they play baseball in them too, right?
Yep. Well, and Seattle's kind of known for their baseball, right?
Yep. Well, I mean, the Mariners have been around for a while. Okay, well, I'm going to elect a kick because it really doesn't matter which end we defend.
Both teams have taken the field.
Okay, so... we'll get our audibles set up here. Whoops, that's the wrong place for that. Yeah, we want this. Okay. So this goes here. There. See, I've got 2 run audibles.
All right. And what are we up against today, other than the nightmare that we saw?
They've got Landon Spence at quarterback.
Benny Smith, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is going to be a nightmare. There's no way I'm not going to give up a touchdown this game.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely going to give up a touchdown this game.
They have a pretty strong offense. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. We're giving up a touchdown this game. There's nothing I can do about it. There's no way.
Well, all you can do is just do your best.
Yeah, it looks like they have... Ooh, they've got a bad injury at left outside linebacker, though. That might be something to note.
Running to the right.
Yeah, maybe. Well, don't you know that you're supposed to run to the right and pass to the left? You can get that memo?
We'll go back to the field.
Well, if we're playing your style anyway. So look at that.
Are set to kick it deep.
Everybody in our division has a winning record so far. In the exhibition season.
And he got all of that one. A great kick.
Yeah, Benson doesn't really have a huge leg yet, does he?
No, and that's after running him through the all Madden drill.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's better than he used to be.
It's 1st and 10.
Try this.
Press coverage on the outside.
You're going to try and press him, are you?
Always.
Looking for room. We'll feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah, with how hard
Thank you, number 43.
Yeah, he was the last man back, too, even though it was only 5 yards downfield. Because everybody on that play got blocked, eh?
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Smith.
But that's the thing, though, right? You want to eat up all those offensive line blocks before they get down the field and get on the safeties, right?
Yeah, and it's bad, too, because Benny Smith is really, really fast.
Yep. Well, 3rd and 3. They came out running. They might still run here, maybe.
Give it to the halfback.
Nope. Play action.
It looks like our defensive back there bit on the play action just enough to give them the first down.
Yeah.
Although at least he was still there to make the tackle.
Yeah. Well, you know. They threw it to the fullback, so I guess, you know, like he didn't make a huge amount of yardage on that. Back to the ground.
Boy, oh boy. I gotta do that stupid auto strafe again.
Again? No matter what we do, it seems like it keeps coming back.
Yeah, and I don't know why. In some of our franchises, it's permanently off, and in some of our franchises, it's permanently on. Maybe it has to do with, like, what the setting was before you created the franchise or something. I don't know.
Well, it's weird because we tried changing the set, like saving the settings. We tried saving the profile.
Yep.
And it still comes back on.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Sends a man in motion.
Oh, I got pancake.
Well, he had to check down to the halfback there anyway.
The 40-yard line. Smith picks up about 4 yards on that play, so they'll be looking at 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Coming up on this one. The visiting team presses its secondary up to be better prepared to stop the run.
Yeah, sure, that's what we're doing now.
Lynch, the motion man.
Well, they did run. Oh, look at that. You stopped it.
I honestly thought they would pass there.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, Benny Smith is exhausted.
They actually ran him till he got tired, yeah.
Yeah, they ran the ball a lot there. We seem to be encountering a lot of teams that run the ball a lot lately.
Yeah, well, maybe just because of the way your defense is configured, it encourages them. Because that's what I noticed too, is if you put out the equivalent of like a dime defense or something, well then that is enough to maybe sometimes prompt them to run the ball a bit, right?
Yeah, well I guess in my case it's a nickel, but same deal. Alright, I'm definitely biased towards the pass with my defensive play calling selection. And that's because the pass is just much more dangerous than the run.
Yeah, see that? They had the linebackers in those magic positions.
Yep.
So what you do is you just don't run through those gaps.
Yeah, you run through the gap in between where the center is.
Yeah.
So let's pick up the action.
And that was perfectly okay.
4 yards, nothing to complain about.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, the nickel defense out there again. Wow.
The home team.
Look at these guys playing the nickel defense
The
here.
man in motion. Anderson.
Okay, I can't.
That one will leave a mark.
It's okay, you're going to get a bit of holding anyways.
Okay, well,
I think I even saw that one happen.
really?
Yeah.
That could be one of those phantom calls.
I don't know. That could have been one of those phantom calls, maybe.
Backs them up. Houston comes in motion.
Yeah, okay. Well,
With the throw, he finds
we'll throw it out there anyway. Get some of it back.
Number 89.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how you ended up in a passing situation here after that good run on first down.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's amazing what a holding penalty will do, right? Because on that second down run, even though I didn't gain a huge amount of yards, it was still should have been enough that I could have had, either a short pass or the option to run the ball, right?
Yeah.
Drops back with the pass.
Whoops, I pressed the wrong button there. I wanted to throw to the guy in the slot.
Didn't get enough for the first.
Yeah, the guy who was turned around facing you with no one behind him.
Yeah, it's just that I pressed the wrong button.
Well, that's all right.
Completed a pass for a 3-yard loss. Let's see how far the ball bounces on the AstroTurf here.
This one is shallow and short.
Dead.
Surprisingly not very far, yeah. I expected more of a bounce than that. I think the kicking game for the Lifers is not the best though, right? Like even for the punter or for whoever, right?
The quarterback lines up with 2 options behind him. Pressure gets the pass.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, look at that. Hanks picks that off and he's going to score.
No, that's Benny Smith. Oh! We managed
Just
to drag
barely
Benny Smith.
managed to fall across the goal line. Way to go, Rec V5X, scoring the defensive touchdown.
Yeah, wow, I couldn't believe how fast Benny Smith was coming up.
Yeah, but look at this, though. See, this is the new alignment.
Yep.
And the guy who creates the pressure here is that linebacker, right? Like, look at that. That's why that's why that play went wrong. Because they left both running backs into block.
Yeah, and we've
right?
got a guy rolling out to the flat
And
there.
they had a guy going to the flat, and then they had, like, what is that? That's like curl flats or something?
Nope,
Except
this just flat zones.
No, the offensive play is curl flats, except that obviously they audibled one of the running backs into block as well, right?
Yep.
And then he threw it right at the defender, right?
Yep.
And welcome back.
So
Benson comes in for the extra point.
there you go. Maybe you'll give up a touchdown in this game, but you're up 1 on them right now.
Yeah, well, I suppose that can help make me feel better for later in the game.
Yeah.
Ready to kick this one off.
That also might help Hanks win this position battle, too.
Yeah, he'd been having trouble lately.
He got all of that.
He's like, I really want to be the starting corner this year.
Yeah.
From the 2.
Wow, I'm not doing a good job covering those kickoffs at all today.
Ah, that's okay.
That's twice I've missed that guy.
They line up in the I formation. Carpenter goes in motion. To carry it, Hicks makes the play at the 22-yard line. Gain of about a yard.
See, and that's the nice thing too when you get like a 6-man line like that, because that's basically for almost what you're playing there, right? And then they try to run against that if they try to skip a block.
Under pressure.
Ooh, well, you got the pressure that time. If they try to skip a block on the offensive line, well, then you're going to have a guy burst in there and stop that play for a no gain or a loss, right?
Yeah.
It's 1st and 10. Tightening up the
That's why I
coverage
went to
along the
more of
inside.
that style of a defensive alignment too, right? I mean, you're playing a 5-man line here, just with the 2 ends, if that's what you want to call them, out wide, eh?
Yeah, more or less. Ooh, I just hurt Landon Spence.
Yep, and got a sack.
Yeah, I think that was Greg May.
Yeah, Greg May has been trailing in the position battle too, so this is his chance, I guess, to maybe make up some ground and win that battle.
It's too bad you don't get extra points for hurting the quarterback.
No, but getting the sack will definitely help him, right?
They give it to the halfback. Smith couldn't find any room on that one.
They really
All
hustle
right.
on the defensive
But you see
side
what
of the ball.
happened, though? They were having a little bit of success running the ball.
Limiting number of holes
And then as soon as they went away from it, well, the first thing that happened is you scored on them. And then they got a sack and got their quarterback injured, right? And here he comes again.
Boom! Wow, that really popped out of there, didn't it?
Yep. Well, that inside linebacker is able to shed that block, right? I don't know why, but for some reason, linebackers, what I discovered is that linebackers are better at shedding those blocks from the offensive line
I believe it's due to
than
their...
defensive linemen are.
I think it's due to their agility, and I think if you had a defensive lineman with a very high agility, wow, even Sandman 99 can't get to that one. He's got 99 speed.
Yeah.
But I think if it's all about agility, right? And if you were to get like a defensive end who had very high agility, they'd perform similarly.
Yeah.
But because we tend to have really shitty personnel on our teams, we have to make do with what we've got. And I also tend to draft really big linebackers, so they're kind of like defensive ends.
First down. He hits his receiver across midfield. Dives and brings him down.
They're making up for that holding penalty there.
Yep.
Because he's the guy that got the holding penalty, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Although, if you believe John, there's a little bit of holding on every play.
Yeah. Well, he was an offensive lineman, so he ought to know, right?
Yeah.
Passing on first down. Gets the pass off, and he makes
And there's John Mike Houston scoring a touchdown again. Yeah.
long touchdown pass.
For an old guy, he's having quite the preseason.
Yo, he's still really fast, even for an old guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's, 33 now, or 32?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's like a 10. I think this is his 10th season, right?
Yeah.
He's like a 10-year pro, right?
The kicker lines up for
So
the
far,
play.
though, they haven't really been allowing me to run the ball very much. They keep lining up with that man lock and crowd the line thing,
Now they put it together
right?
offensively.
Yeah, you're just punishing them for it.
Because they're basically putting 11 guys between the hash marks, right?
Aren't all that unusual for him.
Seattle just hasn't realized that the forward pass is allowed
Boom,
yet,
kick
Yeah.
downfield
right? They haven't realized it's been invented yet.
From the 4.
Oh, finally, I made a tackle on the kickoff.
And if you look at the way they've been playing on offense, I mean, they definitely haven't been forward passing it there either.
Nope.
It's 1st and 10. The corners move up to play this one.
Yeah, well, these guys are a division rival too, right? So I'm surprised they're not putting up a bit better effort. But
closing in with
Oh. Well, at least we had a lot of coverage over there.
yeah, you had plenty of guys to stop that from turning into a touchdown anyway.
Yeah, see, I managed to burst past my block on that guy, and then I got blocked by him again.
I
Guess that's just how it worked out.
Running option routes and running them effectively takes a lot
Broken
of
thumb.
repetition.
We broke his thumb.
But he's going to be back soon. So
Yeah.
I guess they're just going to cast that up and then send him back out in the exhibition game, right?
Yeah, because
I don't
the
think-
exhibition game is so important.
Yeah, I somehow don't think I would be sending him back out into this game, right? Like, I think that I would just let him sit for the rest of this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
2nd and 10.
Why risk it?
Yeah,
Looks like
exactly.
they'll play bump and run on the outside.
Obviously, it's his non-throwing hand, right?
Smith, the lone back. Number 89, the man in motion. Pressure.
We'll fake it.
Ooh.
We'll just come from that side anyway.
Yeah, it worked too, because he hit that linebacker right in the hands with that pass.
Rushing your throws is going to end up an incomplete.
If he could catch it all, that would have been an interception.
Yeah, unfortunately, on all of the teams that I tend to run, we all have hook hands.
Well, I think that was Jamie Boston too, and he's like a legacy player. And I think his catch rating is like 38 or something like that. Like he's not much better at catching than a lineman, right?
Yeah, but look at this play here. Look at this.
Yeah.
They play a very
Wow, this is
aggressive
Greg May.
Greg May sticking his hand out and
Yeah,
batting the pass away.
He just
Yep.
sticks his arm in the way. He doesn't give a crap.
Yep.
Right? That's all it takes. Who said a defensive end couldn't play linebacker and do man coverage?
I never said that.
Hartley comes into the game for the
I'd put him at safety if I could.
Part of what I'm working on in my defense for the Magicians will probably involve, through audibles at least, defensive ends at times turning into linebackers, right?
I tried to turn into that guy and run him over, but I couldn't quite do it.
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
Well, I'm going to
If
keep
your
doing
team
this so
can't
long as
stop
they
the
keep
return.
giving me those quick out passes. Then
can see something in the defense. Hands it off to the fullback. Anderson with the tackle at the 35. And a pickup of about 2.
okay, this is kind of looking like that last series where I got the penalty, right?
Yep.
White in motion.
I couldn't turn, right?
Yeah, they just totally let him into the backfield.
Yeah.
They just didn't block him at all. Watch, he comes through clean.
Yeah, that's because of the pulling lineman there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But even so, other running backs are able to make a cut here, right?
Yeah, but Anderson's
But
a little lacking in agility.
Anderson is a little lacking in agility, and that's basically why I wasn't able to get away there.
So it's 3rd down and long. The home team come out in a nickel package.
Oh, well, I'm not going to bluff them into doing something else here, obviously.
Watch them play cover 2.
If they do, then
Looking for an option. Gets the pass off, and he lets it slip out of his grasp. 4th down now after he failed to connect on the pass.
I think I might have to abandon the single back thing because these guys don't seem to be inclined to give up anything on the ground at all.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's not going to be great.
Here's the punt. And so the punt.
Well, they're still on their side of midfield, I guess.
Yeah, I got it about a 30-yard punt there, I suppose.
Ball on their own 41.
Oops.
Smith, the deep back.
Get back on side, you. I think we just took an offside penalty.
Penalty marker down.
Yeah, but they'll decline it because they actually, or maybe they won't.
Yeah, but that's worse than a boom.
Yeah, okay. They accepted it because it's a 1st down, right?
Yeah.
1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 3.
Where you can't sides, which basically gives you
That is one of the drawbacks to that style of defense that you and I have both sort of developed
Yeah, where
variants
you're
of.
pressing way down.
Well, if you have a linebacker standing on the line of scrimmage, that stupid canned waving, hand waving thing that the linebackers do sometimes will cause them to go offside, right?
Yep.
So a pickup of maybe 3. About a yard to go.
But that's the thing, though, right? This would have been about the time when they started putting in these little touches for realism, right? And I'm using finger quotes there. The only problem is that they didn't take into account the fact that you might not want your linebacker to step over the line of scrimmage while he's pointing at something, right?
Exactly.
They don't do that in real life. Like, they don't... Because basically that was an encroachment penalty, right?
Yeah.
And they don't do that in real life, at least not very often. They shouldn't do it here, right? See that? They're going back to the ground now, and they're moving the ball a little bit, eh?
Yep. Well, we'll see how long they stick with it.
Yeah, they won't. They never do.
Inside the 31.
Sooner or later, they're going to drop back, and they're going to try and pass. They got Spence out there with his broken thumb.
Carpenter goes in motion. Smith didn't have much.
Ooh, who was feeding him an elbow there?
That's because the defense
Linebacker.
did a good job
I think they
anticipating
probably dropped the block there, though, right?
like this. A hard time.
The teams have switched
We can
sides.
actually take a look at that on the
On the replay.
Yeah, what happened there?
Yeah, they dropped the
Yeah,
block.
they dropped
see?
the block. Number 67, what are you doing out there? Trying to block the corner.
And we go back to the game.
Like, man, I really love blocking corners. It's like, I love it when you try to block corners, too.
Dropping back. Under pressure.
Nice!
Hey, Boston gets through and gets the sack.
Yeah, a sack with the cover 4.
Well, he's been like causing a lot of problems for them too, because there's at least twice that he created enough pressure to cause bad throws in that interception. He also got a hit on the quarterback, right?
Yep.
Here's the kick.
That's going to be a touchback.
He signals for a fair catch.
Going. Okay, well, let's do a little bit of this.
First and 10. Directing traffic. He sees something in the defense. Hands it off to the fullback. Big pop that time.
Well, managed to pick up a decent amount of yards there.
Yep.
Okay, let's try this again.
Show you that the coach trusts the guy to hang on to the ball.
See, look at the time of possession.
Yeah, they have
even,
more
right?
time of
Like,
possession than we
They have
do.
more time of possession than we do, yeah. We'll give it to Martin again.
Looking for room. Simeon.
And you'll have about the same result again.
Yep.
Although they'll spot you bad this time.
That's okay, because I'm in a position now where I can, like throw a nice short conservative pass to try and get a first down here, right? I don't have to do anything too crazy.
Anderson moves in motion. Drops back. Gets the pass off. Great pass.
Oh, come on! He fucking fell across the line.
Wow. That was a shitty spot.
You could challenge that.
No, I don't think it's worth it.
You don't think so?
Nah, what for? We'll save the challenges for if we get like a fumble that's not a fumble or something like that. So far, Romberg has not been having a good day here. This one's going to be a little better, I think, though.
Yeah, I think that'll be a really good one. Yep, that's as good as it gets. Boom!
This one goes out of bounds.
Alright, that's a punter's version of the bomb.
Yep.
So they have first.
Yeah, well, that changes field position, right? You get those 50-plus yard punts that go out of bounds. That changes field position. Play action to the fullback again.
Yeah, where's my flat zone guy?
He probably bid on the play fake, right?
Probably.
That being said, though, I don't feel too much heartburn about the play action pass here because
They've actually run the ball?
They've actually made an effort to run the ball, right?
Unlike most teams.
So,
I've seen him throw it once or twice.
Smith, the long back, on the goal. He's brought
Wow,
back
look at me get back there.
yep.
Smith wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got there and shut that play down.
That was
very
Alfred
quickly.
Lewis.
That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call and stop the play before it even gets started.
Dropping back, slings
Wow,
it to the
okay,
outside.
Throwing that away
Swing
rapidly.
pass
Yeah.
to the running back. Now after that pass play, they face a third down.
That was kind of like a panic throw or something.
I think that's what that was.
Makes your quarterback a sitting duck. Got to give him a little extra protection on his play.
Drops back.
Oh, here comes Jamie Boston again. Ooh.
Did a good job pressuring the quarterback on that play.
And thankfully, we played the press coverage there so that our linebacker was nice and tight and close to that slot receiver.
Yeah.
Play physically on the outside.
I'll tell you that your middle linebacker there, you've been getting some nice pressure up the middle from him.
You know, it's also nice, too, because Jamie Boston's actually on the faster side at 69 speed.
Well,
Right.
for our middle linebackers anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's no Brad Doss, but, like, linebackers can have speed ratings anywhere from in between 59 to about 82. And if you get about 69, 70 speed, that's about average. If you get above 70, that's a bit on the quicker side. If you get below 69, that's a little bit on the slower side.
Diving tackle to bring him down. Gain of 7.
Right, I think Greg May has 62 or 64 speed.
Yeah.
And that's good enough to be a run-stopping linebacker.
Inside the 32.
But Jamie Boston's a bit more middle of the road, and I think that helps him with the pass rush.
He sees something in the defense.
Although Greg May has like 80 acceleration, so, you know, he's got other things that make up for his lack of speed.
This one is handed off. Can't bring him down.
Yeah.
Makes the tackle at the 29-yard line.
There's Martin with the fullback attack.
A nice run right up the middle.
Hey, all he had to do was get behind those big old blockers and just keep pushing.
Wow, well, we aren't exactly lighting them up here, are we?
No, but that's okay. I mean, we're winning by 2 touchdowns.
Hart in motion. He'll pass on first down. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Young is the guy who...
And that's a linebacker covering Martin.
15-yard line. They complete the pass for the first down.
That showed awareness by the receiver. He knew just where he had to go to get the first down, cross the marker, and then look for more.
Calling an audible. Number 6 with a man in motion.
Well, let's see if we can deliver the knockout punch here.
Throwing on first down. Gets rid of it. And the catch is made. Diving tackle at the 6-yard line. And it'll be second and less than
Wow,
2.
they spotted that at the 6?
They spotted that at the 6.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You literally could challenge that.
Yeah, I know. What for, though?
You need a yard or 2 for the first down.
5th play of this drive. They're inside the 5.
And they're bringing out the goal
Looks like
line.
he's changing the play. Hudson, the man in motion. They give it to the halfback. Trying to find
No, there was nothing wrong with what you did there. Unfortunately, they just let somebody around the outside.
Yep.
They got knocked off the line and they never recovered.
6 more yards and they'll put up 6. Here's a look at the third down success rate of each team.
Third down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
Nice. Oh. Come on. We literally saw the ball break the plane of the goal line. They won't even give you that.
I know, they're spotting me like half a yard short on every play, right?
I think the Pigeons are playing Madden cards, man.
Yeah, maybe, eh? Because there is actually a Madden card for like causing a short spot.
That's right. You can get it for 1 quarter, for a half, or for the full game. And I think it's varying degrees of yardage, too, for each one.
Yeah.
And now they just kicked it down.
Well, Martin's having a good day. He's got some rushing yardage. He's got a rushing touchdown. He's got some receiving yardage. I'm just going to go out on a limb and make an early prediction here. Martin is going to be probably one of the more important offensive stars on this team this season.
The kick is up.
Guess you have a very running back-centric offense this season.
Well, fullbacks in particular, right?
That's because that's what this team has.
Yeah.
And he got all of that one. A great kick.
Wow, made it all the way to the goal line that time.
Yep. Yeah, well, like I said, like we did put him through the all Madden kicking drill. He's a bit better than he used to be. But you still have to just kick it really, really good, right?
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I don't think there'll be any 55-yard field goals this season, but...
No, probably not.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. May holds him down behind the line.
Greg May stopping the run.
He's had a busy first half.
Behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league. He knows how to play the game, and he always knows what's going on.
Only one man in the backfield. Spence sends a man in motion. Dropping back, closing in, throwing.
Oh.
Watch them get a first down on that. Oh,
Yep.
no.
Nope, not quite.
Not quite. I was like, look at the rigged officiating.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of playing something.
But no, I guess that would be too rigged even for them.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
Well, they got the conversion there, John.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, they ran, right? You know, if you run the ball on 3rd down and inches, you're probably going to make a first down more often than not. Where the AI teams get into trouble is when they try to get cute and they try to throw a pass on 3rd and inches, right?
See, that was the double spy interfering with the running back circle route there.
Yep. And
Right. That's what that is. That's a running back circle. Who's running that? Is that the fullback?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the fullback.
fullback.
But we've got 2 spies out there to cover that.
They seem to like throwing to him quite a bit. That's about 3 or 4 passes they've thrown to him in this game.
He's probably got a good pair of hands given the caliber of team that he's on.
Yep.
They line up in the I formation.
Ooh, I'm getting
look at
held
that.
up there.
Yeah, I know Boston got through there and hammered him again, right?
Good.
Smith showed great hands on that reception.
Soft hands are something very special to find in a receiver.
The defense is going to play this one very tight. Only one man in the backfield. Fires it out to the left.
Nice.
Throws him down at the 36.
That's Boston jamming the receiver and then making the tackle.
Yep. Who says medium speed linebackers can't cover wide receivers, hey?
Especially slot receivers.
Yeah, the thing is, I think that if the jam, if it's successful, really, really helps.
That's right.
If
The jam is...
if they get away from you, then you're in trouble. But
Well, I'd say that probably jamming the slot receiver is the only way that a linebacker can viably cover a slot receiver. And so I've more or less gravitated to a point where I play jam coverage like every single play. I'm always playing jam coverage.
The motion man.
Because I'm relying on the jam to compensate for the fact that I don't really change up my personnel all that much on the field.
42.
But if they don't have to run too hard and they don't have to run too far, then I'm not going to give anything up.
It's 2nd down and 9 to go.
And at the very least, even if I do give something up, I can royally fuck up their pass routes. I guess we're doing a sort of pseudo Chicago philosophy or something.
yeah.
Number 6 throws that pass for a gain of 7. 2-minute warning coming up.
Well, looks like I can probably run this down to 2 minutes.
Yep.
So
That'll
I
help
think-
your time of possession.
So I think I will. Yeah, my time of possession is a little bit lacking in this game. I scored a long touchdown, and then I had to punt a few times, and I think I also benefited from a short field that you gave me, for one. And you scored a touchdown. So it might be 21-0, but it's not really due to any great offensive performance, that's for sure.
2 minutes left.
Yeah, I really can't believe they threw an interception there. That was surprising. Very surprising.
Yep.
Calling an audible now.
But it's like you say, though, maybe Jamie Boston is shining this game.
He got caught.
Oh yeah, he's been in the backfield like constantly in this game, right?
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt.
Well, I have to say my running game hasn't exactly gone the way I had hoped in this game.
Still doing the job that it needs to, though, which is run some time off the clock.
Let's run some clock off the time.
That's right. Run some clock off the time and get those hands spinning round and round.
Yeah.
This one is shallow and short. He signals for a fair catch.
Okay, that one took a good bounce.
Yeah, I'll take that.
He started off a little shaky, but the last couple of punts have actually been much better.
Ball on their own 7. Hand it off to the fullback.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll take that.
9-yard line.
They still give him 2 yards for that, eh? Wow.
You know, I guess he kind of rolled over me, right?
Looks like he's changing the play. Smith lines up behind his fullback in the eye. The corners move up to play this one tight. Hand it off. Hank stops him at the 18-yard line. A very well drawn up.
Well, now they're not even
Wow.
gonna. Yeah, they're coming out in the big set here.
Apparently.
You don't believe that they're going to run the ball?
I do, but I'm just going to come out in a zone defense. I don't have to worry about them getting behind me.
By the looks of it, they've got an extra running back out there playing tight end 3.
Yeah, fullback. Or maybe a halfback.
Tucks it away. Hicks records the tackle at the 19-yard line.
How unusual. The AI will not normally choose to run the ball, run the clock out under 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, maybe because it's an exhibition game, right?
And maybe because he broke his thumb.
Yeah, that too.
Could have influenced
They're
the
just
decision-making.
trying to get Landon Spence out of this game alive.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You might have only sacked him once or twice, but you
Hit him a couple times more.
you hit him several times actually. He's taken quite a few hits. Anyway, it must be time for the halftime stretch.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes, and
Let's get back
while we do have a comfortable lead, it hasn't exactly been a overwhelming offensive performance.
Well, you made up for time of possession a little bit.
Yeah.
Returnable. From the 8-yard line to the 20.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, the kicker got you, and then we got a holding penalty anyway.
It was you. You were giving me a little help there, were ya?
Oh, I can't believe you got tackled by the kicker. Wow, that was close. You almost broke that one. Anyway, we'll just do a little bit of shuffling around here. And we'll throw McKenzie in there. Maybe we'll get McKenzie to play this game.
All right.
And we'll swap Martin and Roberts again. Those comment Kennedy, right? And we'll swap Houston for Kennedy.
We'll swap Houston for Houston.
Yeah, and we'll swap Hudson for Green. Other than that, I don't think there's any other adjustments that I want to make. Anything you wanted to do before we start?
Oh, I don't think so. Let's take a look.
Well, it doesn't matter. Nobody who plays defensive tackle gets to play anyways, right?
That's right. They never see the field.
Well, they do occasionally. Didn't you get a sack with Grimm in one of these exhibition games?
Yeah. Well, I think it's because I was coming out in a 3-3-5 for a little bit.
Yeah.
One game. Yeah, Alford. We want Alford for carry.
Yeah, just to give everybody some playing time, hey?
Yeah, I mean, Benson's a 98 overall kicker. What's his kick power at? 94.
94, so...
Oh, you know, he's getting there.
He's getting there. Another season and he'll be able to kick those long field goals.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show how much kick power means to a kicker versus a punter. Ooh, I've got the offense here.
Yeah, well, a punter, you need some kick power, but really, to tell you the truth, accuracy is probably the most important thing, right?
It's 1st and 10.
Oh, well, let's come out here and see if we can establish a little bit of a running game here.
Kenzie.
Yep.
Terrell with the stop at the 37-yard line. Good game for the offense.
Yeah, well, McKenzie's really got it all, right? He's the running back of the future.
Yep, he is. He's the running back of the future.
I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
McKenzie moves in motion.
Well, that maybe helps a little bit, honestly.
Well,
99 makes the tackle.
unfortunately, they shifted the defense over to the side I was trying to run to, though, right?
Will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
Yeah, but 2 yards is better than nothing, which is what I think you were going to get before that.
As they get ready for this 3rd down play, we'll take
Oh, look at this. They got the goal line defense out here
Is when
again.
you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
This one is handed off.
I just couldn't push his way forward enough.
Get to the 1st down line.
We know that it's
Well, at least he didn't run backwards.
Be able to pass in the NFL. But I'll tell you this: if you can't run and stop the run, it makes it very hard to win a championship.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. Not much hang time on this one. Andy waves for the fair catch.
Got a good bounce there.
Yeah, wow, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And they even bungled up downing the ball for a few extra seconds. You got to make all those little optimizations in order to maximize your time of possession.
It's 1st and 10.
Yeah. Well, especially because for considering that they do have kind of a subpar defense, they've been doing pretty good at stopping the run, right?
At the 23, and that was a gain of 7. So they need about 3 here.
Well, they're still on the ground.
Yeah, I somehow don't think that's going to change too much.
Pressure coming. Gets the pass.
Well, look at him scrambling around in the backfield there.
And then get creamed by Boston.
Yep.
The play didn't work because the quarterback's timing and balance was off.
The play didn't work because Boston just pounded that guy.
That was a little bit of Rec V5X style pass defense. Oh, look at this. Oh.
Yeah, even though we've got the overwhelming amount of zones in the middle, right? Oh, well. It's okay.
1st and 10.
Sometimes it's just going to happen, and there's nothing you can do about it.
John, their 1st down rushing average is very impressive.
Yeah, they're getting some solid blocking inside and outside.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he spun back away from you. You moved over to cut him off,
Picked up 10 yards.
and he did the big spin. Who's this halfback anyway?
I don't know who he is, but he
they
looks
got-
to be speedy like Benny
Yeah,
Smith.
have they got Smith in there still or something?
The defense is going to play this
Nope.
one very tight.
What's his name on his jersey? Cummins or something?
Something like that.
Closing in.
Well, just got sacked
Great job getting in there to drag the
by
quarterback
Burton.
down, and he picks up the sack.
He'll make 2 or 3 plays like that.
That's how it goes.
That every game.
The Burton now he's saying, yeah, Greg May isn't going to beat me in that position battle.
They need six.
Huh.
The corners move up to play this one tight. Only one man in the backfield. Carpenter goes in motion. Pressure.
Crunch.
Ooh, got one from the right outside linebacker there.
You have to go through your progression and get rid of the ball. Give your receivers a chance to make a play.
There's some interesting position battles going on here that are going to be decided in this game, I think.
Again, they're
Yep.
able to move the ball into
For
scoring
sure.
position and are
Because
forced
right
to punt
outside
with
linebacker,
7
there's a
times
position
game.
battle, and left outside linebacker, there's also a position battle, right?
From the 29-yard line.
Okay, I tried to run that guy over, and then I just kind of bounced off of him.
Yeah, you bounced off of him and went out of bounds.
First and 10. Hand it off to the fullback.
Oh, what was that?
Tackle.
I had positive yards there, and then suddenly he turned around and ran backwards.
To run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently.
I blame the 8-directional D-pad.
Yeah.
It would never happen with a standard cross D-pad or even like a sectional cross D-pad. That'd be like the kind of D-pad that the original GameCube had, or the kind of D-pad that a PS2 controller has.
Yeah,
Gets the pass off.
that's okay. We got a first down anyway. If they don't want to let me run, I can throw for 300 yards against them, no problem.
Those quick passes can open some things up for your offense.
And that seems to be the direction that this game is going
Play up
in.
a little tighter to protect against that short pass. And when they do that, then that gives you some more opportunities downfield.
Looks like he's changing the play. Roberts moves in motion. Receives the handoff.
Oh,
Should have cut upfield earlier. You had a good window to do so.
yeah, I know. I saw that cornerback though, being blocked, and I thought that maybe if I could get around the outside of him, I'd have room there, right?
Changing the play now.
Hey, look, it's going to be just like the replay,
Sees
right?
something in the defense.
Yeah, well, we're working on it.
Hands it off to the fullback.
Oh, except that, you see that? The guy on number 99 there lost his block, eh?
Yeah, almost immediately.
They do a good job of getting upfield quickly.
It's like he wasn't even there. You didn't even have an offensive lineman out there. Well, I guess we've got the second string scrubs out there now, though.
Yeah. Well, that was a very much a second string scrub-like play. That's for
Defense
sure.
Lines up in the nickel.
We might have White.
Drops back. Looking for an option. Gets the pass
Or
off.
Kennedy.
I was kind of looking at the way they had the line shifted there, right? Like if there's going to be pressure on this play, it's going to come from here, right?
Yeah, because
So
except he didn't actually manage to do his assignment properly and run around.
Yeah. But that being said, it looked like the safety actually played that pretty well.
Yeah.
So
But you had a linebacker on Kennedy, so I guess that's where you threw it.
like I said, either let me run or I'll throw for 300 yards, right?
They have a big, big lead, and they're on the move again inside the 20. looking to run it here. Powering it.
So far, by the looks of it, Martin is the only guy having a halfway decent game on the ground in this game.
Well, he is a talented ball-carrying fullback, right? He was converted into that position because he was a large halfback who wasn't particularly good at playing halfback.
Yeah.
Looks like he's calling an audible. With the pass,
Look at that safety
he
blitz.
He threw it right in there for the score.
Yeah, that guy created some room and showed good body.
See, they're bringing the free safety.
Yeah.
They're bringing both safeties.
Wow. That was a terrible play call.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, here in this spot on the field, I would think that something like man flats would have been a better choice, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Because it's a short enough field that you don't necessarily need the two deep zones, but you do need to cover the outside.
Yep.
And it's up. The extra point attempt is good.
I know when I have a short field like that, when I'm on defense, I play. I start playing zone defenses mainly. You know, like in around my 10, 12 yard line. Just because I don't want to give up those flats plays and things like that, right?
From the 3-yard line. The home team will start this drive from the 17. It's 1st and 10. Only one man back. Jansen sends a man in motion. Coming. Williams is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 21. 4-yard gain on the play.
Well, okay then.
Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside.
Because we always play bump and run on the outside.
Coming.
We don't play any other kind of coverage.
Under pressure. Throws it.
Oh, look at that, eh?
Incomplete. 3rd down.
I think he actually hit number 41 in the helmet with that.
Yeah, well, he sort of waved his arm at it, too, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, let's see. Did he actually knock it down? That's carry, I believe. Right? Yeah, no, he did hit it.
He actually knocked it down with his hand, yeah.
Wow, there you go.
Only one man in the backfield. Pressure coming.
Got a guy free around the outside there, but...
Yep. Well, that's okay. He was just throwing away that swing pass, right? See, one of the reasons I think that you see the AI throw so many passes like that is because that's the pressure. That's the pressure relief outlet. Yeah. If the quarterback gets pressure, he tries to throw it to like a swing pass out to the running back.
From the 33-yard line.
You know, they've been out-kicking their coverage all day long.
Yep.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Baker sends a man in motion. Looks like he's changing the play. Gives the ball off. Dixon pulls.
Nice run.
Yep.
Midfield.
That one had a chance if that wide receiver had managed to keep that block on the corner for just a little bit longer. That would have been, a big play.
Still, you can't be unhappy with 9 yards. And Roberts will just fall forward for a yard.
And what he did here was just kind of fell forward. He didn't fly through the hole. He kind of pushed and fell for the 1st down.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, do you have a bomb or anything that you can throw against that? Oh, never mind. They're going to audible to something else now.
Drops back. Looking for a receiver with the throw.
How's that?
Yeah, not bad. That gets you a first down, too.
See, I demonstrated this out of that full house formation, but it's basically the same thing. You see that?
Yep.
Right? It's a homemade hook. It's a hook out.
And welcome back. It's first and 10.
And look at that. Clements got 3 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown already today. It looks like we're going to get a little bit more passing yardage here too, probably.
Throwing on first down. Gets the pass off. And
Oh, man. We already had a
Rose
touchdown.
is going to score a touchdown.
Baker finds the weakness in the defense and makes the
Well, I
Mo
can see-
Rose with his 71 speed runs away from everybody and scores.
I think the Seattle crowd is loving the game right now.
Well, the thing is that if you look at their rating for their defense is no better than average. In fact, it's even a little bit on the mediocre side. But when they play hyper-aggressive against the run like that, well,
There's no way that they'll be able to defend the
yeah,
pass.
there's no way they can. You can't defend passes when you play that way, right? You're just basically dropping your pants to the aerial attack, right?
They did everything they had to on that one. The end result was a trip across the goal line and a TD on the board.
It's asking way too much of their corners, particularly, right?
booming kick downfield.
You know, and the way that the passing game works in this game is one of the reasons why both of us developed the philosophy that nobody should have to defend the pass alone.
Yep.
Right? There always has to be some kind of overlapping coverage or support coverage. You can't expect defenders to win one-on-one battles.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Cross play to the left. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss.
Wow, that play was a mess.
Great pursuit there, John.
Yeah, I would say half of the defense was over there waiting for him.
When you make stops like that.
Coming, the lone back.
Okay, I kind of got turned around there, but that's okay.
Thomas got his hands up and tipped the pass.
Well, I don't know who number 58 it was there, but he was out
Safety.
there defending the pass.
Yeah, that was a safety getting out there.
The defense is going to play this one very tight. Dropping back. Pressure.
Wow, look at that. See that? You've been getting huge pressure. You got Hicks in there now, and he's doing the same thing,
Yep.
right? He's in there like a dirty shirt just about every pass play.
Hartley is ready to pump this one away.
So there you go, folks. Design your defenses with linebackers in the defensive tackle positions, right?
Well, they're basically there to blitz into the gaps and attack the gaps, which is kind of what they do in real life,
Yeah.
all right? It's just in order to get them to attack the gaps in this game, you have to position them in a very specific way, whereas in real life, they're smart enough to actually attack the gaps,
At the 46. Gain of
according to
6
how
on
the play's drawn.
First down marker just inside the 43.
Well, I'm going to have to run this play.
Gets the ball again. Nagy makes the
Looks like
play.
McKenzie
At the
can do the dive
44-yard
play
line.
up the middle,
So
too.
we reach the end of the third quarter with the visiting team ahead of the home team, 35-0. The teams are set for the fourth quarter of play. It's first and 10.
Well, we'll keep on with this rushing attack as long as they allow me to.
Come out in a nickel package. Baker with a man in motion.
Yeah, you just get that nickel corner out of there.
Hands it off to the back. Terrell stops him at the 32.
I'll tell you, he might have one of the fastest first steps in football. He's one of those guys who is patient, accelerates quickly, and is very good at using his downfield blockers.
Well, I would say that they're... Do you think they were in the huddle with me or what?
Seems like it.
Wow. How do you think that's going to happen, right? They would have had to have read my input in order to even know how to react to that, right?
When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage.
Well, maybe they just got one of those things. I remember seeing a football game on TV, and I think I brought this up a few times now, where there was actually a guy from the other team who was standing in the other team's huddle.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like somebody was in the huddle with me there. Oh, well. Let's see if this is a touchdown. Yep, that's a touchdown.
Yep.
So he found his target.
Running back of the future.
I honestly think they would have been better off allowing me to run for a couple of yards of the first down there.
No, you think?
On that dive play, because as soon as I fail on 2nd down and 2 to advance the ball at all, well, I'm certainly not going to come back and try to run on 3rd down and 3, right? I'm just not going to.
Set for the extra point.
Yeah, I know. On 3rd down and 15, I tend to hand the ball off as well.
And it's up.
Yeah.
The visiting team continues to.
Well, you know what? I would rather burn them for a big play. You know, especially when they're being, like, overly aggressive against the run like this, right? I'd rather burn them for a big play and punish them for that behavior. Looks like this is going to go out of bounds.
Out of bounds. This is a great field position. There's a flag on the play.
Because it's just so easy to do, too, right?
Very happy about that kickoff.
They don't have to get hit, and they get
I think that probably the biggest flaw in the defensive AI in this game is their lack of ability to make adjustments.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have the ability to make adjustments.
They come out with a game plan and they just stick to it no matter how much it's failing them.
Yeah. They don't have the ability to make adjustments based on the result of plays, right?
Also, that was the largest ice cube ever.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of crunching.
Yeah, that was a big ice cube.
But you know what? Like that quick wide receiver flat play to the right, I've scored 3 touchdowns with 3 different players from that play, right? In this game.
Seymour had his hands on it.
He's a pretty good cover linebacker. He can run.
Yeah, but they just won't change up how they cover, no matter how many times you burn them.
Yeah.
He'll drop a few like that one.
Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Cummings, the lone set.
Well, and the thing is, if you start throwing some zone defenses out there,
pressure coming with the throw.
Well, nobody blocked either of us there.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that we didn't actually get in there to actually hit him.
I think he threw it away, and that was just a lucky thing with the receiver to be able to get over there, because he almost had to pick that up off the ground, right?
Hands off to the tailback. Hicks is the guy who's there to bring him down. At the 34, pickup of about 5.
Well, they're moving it now, aren't they?
Yeah.
4 to go.
But you know what? If I come out in basically a big formation, which is basically what the wishbone is, right? It's thought maybe they had something going, but maybe not.
Yeah. And they threw an interception to Doss there.
Yeah, like essentially this is a big formation, right? There's one wide receiver. So when you see this, instead of man locking and bringing everybody up to the line, why not play like a 3 deep zone? Don't do this, right? You know,
it leaves the flat wide open.
Play one of those 3 deep zones where the corner guards the flat on the one side, right? Because now I've just about scored a 4th touchdown from this play, right?
If that was anyone else other than Mo Rose,
if that was
that's
anyone
a
else other than Mo Rose, that was a touchdown.
He
Yeah.
got some separation there, and he was able to get him a big chunk.
And that's because he only has like 70 speed.
You know, like if I had an opponent coming out with this type of formation, right? I'd be playing 3 deep zone or even cover 2 almost constantly, right?
Mm-hmm. Or if they're going to man lock, they should be trying to jam the shit out of you, because they should know if you get to the outside, you're basically going to score on them.
Yeah.
But they won't do that either.
Well, the thing is, those flat passes, it's very difficult to jam too, right? Because that wide receiver, basically makes a move to the outside very quickly, right?
Greg May walks up to the wide receiver and pancakes him flat on his back.
Looks like he's calling an audible. On the call, can't bring him down. Anderson.
Well, okay.
At the 9-yard line.
It didn't
All right,
look pretty, but
that looked awkward, but I guess,
They can still pick up the first without scoring here.
Well, I'm a little below my season average on the ground here today.
Baker sends a man in motion. To carry it, Anderson with the tackle at the 8. So a gain of about 1.
Roberts was just a little too slow to get over there.
And now they're 8 yards away from finishing this drive with a touchdown. Nickelback in this time. Gaines, the motion man. Closing in, throws on the move. Still
Yeah.
Look at that. And you know what? Other times I'll fall on the goal line like that.
Yeah,
And do you
literally
think
this game.
Do you think they'll give me a touchdown? No.
Oh, they probably figured, well, you've got 48 points. You had 41 points or 42 points before this, right?
Yeah.
So, they probably figured.
I guess the ball must have broke the plane of the goal line before he was down, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. Aaron Baker's thrown 4 touchdown passes.
Going to be disgruntled all season as he backs up Rec B5X all game long now.
Yep.
The extra point attempt is good.
I'll tell you, when they overplay the run like this, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, right? Like, I can't help myself. They have absolutely no sense of balance at all when it comes to the defensive approach, right?
Their last drive ended with a pick, and the offense right now ready to call their first play on this drive. It's 1st and 10.
I think we might get an offside for that. Oh, nope. Must have snapped it just before the guy stepped over.
Back is really tearing things up down there.
About a yard to go.
Well, probably the whole reason why they're still running the ball is because they can have success at it.
Yeah, well, that's about the only thing they've had any success at all. Basically, every time they go to the air, it's a disaster, right?
Pressure with the throw. He hits his receiver. Spoto is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 36-yard line. So they have 1st and 10 here. The defense is going to play this one very tight. Passing on 1st down.
And you know what? Their right tackle, regardless of who's playing, has been completely and totally unable to block that linebacker all game long.
They'll play things tighter on the outside.
I think they might have a... Did they have an injury at that position, or am I imagining that?
I don't remember.
Drops back. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. And it's complete. Langford makes his second.
Well, he had somebody in his face when he caught that anyways.
Yeah, the coverage was close.
They'll pass on 1st down. Throwing. And it's caught. Seymour brings him down at the
That actually looked like it was really broken off. That looked very awkward.
Making his 4th catch of the game.
Yeah, well, it's the psychic receiver syndrome, right?
Yeah, well, they're just forcing things in now, right?
Yep, even though he hasn't finished running his route yet. He still knows exactly when. Oh, look at that. You just threw another one to Doss. That one was a clean interception, too, right? Like, he threw it right at him.
Yep. Well, that's part of the risk of just forcing it in and forcing it in and forcing it in. You might get away with it a couple of times, but eventually you're going to have something like that happen.
Directing traffic.
But I've noticed that the AI has a tendency to just force the ball. When they get to a point where they can't make anything happen, they just get to a point where they just force it.
Yep. Well, we're probably going to reach the 300-yard passing plateau. In this game, we're close to it.
Looking for room. Mayberry brings him down at the 46. So a pickup of maybe 3. Third and 4. Set. Silver 36. With the throw, and the catch is made.
Yep, that's just too easy. It's just too easy, Recvi 5X.
Watch it here. This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch.
Their defensive play calling is very, very poor.
He sees something in the defense. Calling an audible. Looks like he's changing the play.
I like this idea better.
Roll back handoff. Anderson with the
Well, not a whole lot can go wrong when you do it.
2-yard
Nope.
gain.
Bad things happen when you go to the air, and I think the Pigeons have demonstrated that today.
Yeah, well, how many interceptions have they thrown in this game? 3?
Yeah, something like that. And I'm not the kind of guy who gets interceptions either, right? Like,
No.
I will go like a whole season and maybe get like, 6.
Dropping back. He surveys the field, throws it.
Oh my God.
At the 14.
Like I said,
Number 89.
it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Like, really.
He's glad he made that catch.
These
I'm sure
man
the
lock
quarterback will
defenses,
look his way
like-
again when he needs another first down.
Like, I might run the ball against zone defenses, but against man lock defenses,
Calling
I'll
an
pass, right?
Silver 19. Able to get the call. Nagy with the tackle at the 12. So they have 12 yards to go for a touchdown. Set. Orange 28. Stay home. Stay home. Base. Silver 49. Delta. Switch one. Top right. Hut. They'll bring the blitz with the throw.
Uh-oh.
It's intercepted.
Oh, well.
Wow, he caught that with his arms down.
Looks to be
Yeah.
all right, though he'll come out at least
Ooh,
for a play.
got
or
hurt,
two.
too.
Yeah, well, they kind of forced you to throw that one a little earlier than you wanted anyways.
Yeah, well, thing is, I had the extra blocking in there, too, but it didn't seem to help.
The offense gets ready to go.
I think it must have just broke down there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it looks like the extra blocker picked up somebody who came straight through the line,
yeah.
and then they just had more guys on that side than you had.
Well, they had the guy coming from the outside. And
Yeah.
Normally that...
It's the fullback, but if the
fullback
fullback
would-
doesn't move in here, it's an insta-sack.
Yeah.
Because somebody on the line didn't do their job, number 64. What the hell are you doing, number 64?
Actually, number 74 even, right? 64, he actually blocked somebody, but he blocked the wrong guy, right?
Yeah, 74 didn't block anybody.
Like, you blocked the guy directly in front of you, right? Like, why did he even do that trade? That's just strange.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping back.
But I guess, like oh, look at that, you just got a safety.
Yeah, that's my safety, too.
Yeah.
And then gets the ball back to the offense.
It's just like a broken clock is right twice a day, though, right? If you play man lock and blitz every play, sooner or later, something good will happen once.
Yeah.
Or twice in a day, right?
Yeah.
But for the rest of the time,
You're just going to be giving up the outside all day.
You're just going to be giving up the outside all day. Well, it looks like Mitchell's going to get a little bit of playing time now.
No, that's all right.
Pass play here on first down. On the move. Perfect throw.
And he throws that bullet out there.
That was a bullet?
Well, he doesn't have a really strong arm, right?
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, man.
That's another one of those things that you really need to be careful on defense. He likes to open things up a little downfield.
I think, like he is turned into a reasonably accurate quarterback, but he doesn't have a lot of throw power.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's not the kind of game you'd expect to see when you got everybody on the line, eh?
Yeah, but I guess if you run over someone when you hit the gap.
For the first, they'll have to get the ball inside the 29-yard line.
Oh, now they got them all on the line again here. Okay.
Changing the play now.
That's okay. You literally don't have to throw another pass this game.
Nope.
If you don't want to.
I'm going to give this to Martin again here.
Come on now, let's do this. Lucy.
He tucks it away. Terrell makes the tackle at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I think I'll just call another run play here, and we'll just finish this off.
Consistent success on third down, which they've had, usually translates into a win.
We'll just finish this off. Unless they call a timeout after this play, this will be the last play of the game. And you know what? You have allowed less than 3 points a game in the exhibition season.
Roberts.
Somehow.
Anderson makes the play at the 29.
There, see, and I got a crappy spot again now.
Yep.
With the lead. What do you think, John? Are they a little too conservative here?
Too conservative? What the hell are you guys smoking?
Yeah, we're leading 51-0 with 30 seconds left in the game. Why would you not run?
Game's over, man.
This game's been over for a while, actually.
Yeah, well, that's like I said, though. Al is cooked. He's pre-cooked.
Yeah.
Before the game ever started, he was already cooked.
Yeah. Well, you know, he gets up in the morning and does his pre-broadcast regime where he cracks the bottle of Jack Daniels and
That's right.
and like lights up a big blunt and
The life of a broadcaster, everyone.
yeah, shows up for work staggering.
Yep. Tie around his neck.
Well, everybody on the offense had a good day in this one, and I think most players on the defense had a good day in this one too. And you shut them out. Well, let's see how we did here. Well, I didn't quite make 100 yards on the ground. And I did throw for 331 yards.
Yep, they should have just let you run.
They should have just let me run, yeah. Because another 30 or 40 yards on the ground translates to probably 100 yards less through the air, right?
Exactly.
And probably about 20 points less on the scoreboard.
Yep.
That being said, their offense did nothing, right? They had a bit of success on the ground, but very little, through the air. And whenever they did try to pass, it was turned into a disaster.
Bad things happen when you go to the air.
Yeah, bad things happen when you go to the air. And look at that. I managed to recover that possession time, too. So, you got to realize, too, I only managed 20 yards on the ground in the first half, right? So, the second half, I actually had a pretty good game running the ball.
In spite of the fact that you had the crappier second-string scrub lineman out there.
Yeah. Look at this. Baker, in spite of throwing the interception, also threw 4 touchdowns and still had a quarterback rating of 120. And Mitchell completed 1 pass for 16 yards. So look at Blake McKenzie, the rookie. Right? See that?
Yep.
And Martin contributed. Everybody else kind of struggled a little bit, but what can you do? Clement, Martin, and Mo Rose doing all the damage through the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receiving touchdowns by 5 different players. Like I said, though, that wide receiver flat pass, how many times did I burn them with that?
Oh, more times than I can count.
Like 4 or 5 times.
Something like that.
3 touchdowns, 3 long touchdowns from that. Houston with that one, Mo Rose with a long one, right?
Everybody really got a long one.
Yeah. So let's see here. Al Hicks got 6 tackles, but no sacks. Tony Seymour got a sack. Jamie Boston got a sack. That's the thing, though. They don't have a stat for quarterback pressures.
Yeah, for hurries.
But Jamie Boston got like 4 legitimate quarterback hurries in the first half, right? 4, 5, 6, 7 tackles for a loss. And you sacked them 5 times with 5 different players, right? So Williams, that was the safety, I think.
Yep.
And,
yeah, that was me. I was controlling Williams there.
Boston, Burton, May, Seymour. These guys are all your left and right outside linebackers and your middle linebacker, right?
Yep.
Getting these sacks. And Perry Doss, the backup safety, with 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, because we didn't draft him for his hands or anything. We just drafted him because he can hit hard.
Wow, you had a lot of pass knockdowns, too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pass knockdowns.
Well, it's good to see.
Yeah. So, Damian Williams scores a safety, and Aaron Hanks scores a defensive touchdown. So, your defense scored 9 points in this game.
Right on.
So, you're at +9 for this game.
Good.
I could have just stayed home.
Yeah.
You could have come out here and beat these guys 9-0. No field goals. I ended up with a net average of 39.8, even though I had a couple of really bad punts. But I also had a couple of really good ones, including
60-yarder.
A 60-yarder out of bounds, right? 1 kickoff return for 9 yards. And you managed to get some yardage on the punt returns today. You commented they seem to be out kicking their coverage.
That's right, over and over again.
Yeah. So anyway, looks like Benji Jansen, the rookie, had a 16.7 quarterback rating. So, and he completed 43% of his passes. Got sacked 3 times. And Landon Spence threw 1 interception, and Jansen threw 2. See, they did make an effort to run the ball. Right?
Yep.
Like that's actually pretty decent. That's 24 rushing attempts against 29 pass attempts. That's actually pretty balanced, right? It's just that their passing game things did not go well for their passing game, right?
Well, I mean, like I said, though, bad things happen when you go to the air. You got to stick to the ground game.
Yeah.
Hand the ball off a little bit more.
They did get 1 20-yard completion, but that's it. So, looks like no one really standing out a lot. 1, 2, 3, only 5 runs for a loss. Oh yeah, this guy, David Terrell, the free safety, got the interception. And they only had 2 pass knockdowns. I don't make a mistake on offense very often.
Well, I think, too, that was a big factor of just getting hit early and the pressure and everything else.
Well, basically the center of the pocket collapsed almost instantly, and that, allowed that other guy to get in. But anyway, who's the player of the game? It's hard to say.
Could be Hanks.
It might be, or it might be Aaron Baker.
Yeah, maybe. Yep. No, it's Hanks.
It's Hanks. With the defensive touchdown. So there you go. Aaron Hanks gets player of the game. So that's it for the exhibition season. So I guess next time when we come back, we'll be playing for real.
Indeed.
Yeah. So until then,
I'm RecV5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.